Halsey just dropped the most shocking health bombshell of 2025. And it's way worse than anyone imagined. The pop star casually revealed she's been secretly undergoing chemotherapy sessions while preparing for her world tour, and the details are absolutely devastating. She just got a new port placed in her chest and admitted she can't even stand for over a week after each treatment. But here's the twisted part. Fans only see her during the brief windows when she has energy between chemo sessions. She's literally performing while battling a rare T-cell disorder that requires cancer-level treatment, and her team has been hiding this medical nightmare from the public. The medical tape visible on her collarbone in recent videos wasn't from a minor procedure. It was from life-saving chemotherapy that she's been enduring in complete silence. While other celebrities fake illnesses for sympathy, Halsey has been genuinely fighting for her life and still showing up to work. Her fiancé, Avan Jogia, is watching the woman he loves slowly deteriorate from treatments that are supposed to save her. When pop stars are secretly dying while we're busy streaming their music, every concert becomes a potential farewell performance.
Scientists just exposed the biggest medical lie of the century, and it's going to destroy the entire Alzheimer's industry overnight. For over 100 years, doctors have been blaming protein plaques for Alzheimer's disease, but Purdue researchers just proved it's actually brain fat that's killing your memory. Your brain's immune cells are literally getting clogged with fat deposits, making them too weak and lazy to fight off disease, like trying to run a marathon while eating McDonald's. The pharmaceutical industry has spent billions developing drugs that target protein plaques, but they've been attacking the wrong enemy this entire time while patients continued dying. Here's the conspiracy. When researchers clear out the brain fat using a simple enzyme called DGAT2, the brain's defenses are completely restored and memory function returns. But this discovery threatens every Alzheimer's drug on the market because it proves that fat metabolism, not protein accumulation, is the real killer. The fat-clogged brain cells can't do their job of cleaning up cellular debris, so everything backs up like a toilet that won't flush. When a basic understanding of brain fat metabolism can cure Alzheimer's better than billion-dollar drugs, every pharmaceutical executive becomes a potential mass murderer.
Trump just accused Tylenol of causing autism, and celebrities are having complete meltdowns trying to silence him. The president announced that taking Tylenol during pregnancy causes autism in children, sending Hollywood into panic mode because this threatens one of their biggest pharmaceutical sponsors. Mia Khalifa, Love on the Spectrum stars, and other celebrities are desperately trying to discredit Trump's claims. But here's what they're not telling you. There actually are studies linking acetaminophen to neurodevelopmental disorders. The medical establishment is furious because Tylenol is one of the few over-the-counter drugs they can safely recommend to pregnant women. And if that gets taken away, their entire pain management protocol collapses. Faith Evans, who has an autistic son, is telling parents to ignore Trump. But what if she's wrong and her own Tylenol use contributed to her child's condition? The celebrity backlash is so intense and coordinated that it feels like damage control for Big Pharma rather than genuine medical concern. When the President of the United States can't question a common pain reliever without triggering a Hollywood conspiracy, maybe there's something they're desperately trying to hide. Every pregnant woman taking Tylenol right now is participating in an uncontrolled medical experiment.
Your brain is being controlled by bacteria, and scientists just proved it with the most disturbing discovery in neuroscience history. Researchers found bacterial molecules called peptidoglycan floating around in your brain, fluctuating with your sleep patterns and literally programming when you fall asleep and wake up. This means your gut bacteria have been secretly controlling your consciousness this entire time, and you never even knew you were being manipulated created by microscopic organisms. The discovery explains why antibiotics completely destroy your sleep schedule and why people with gut problems always have insomnia. The bacteria in your intestines are sending chemical signals directly to your brain. Your thoughts, dreams, and sleep cycles aren't controlled by your mind, they're controlled by the bacterial colony living in your digestive system, like some kind of biological puppet master. This challenges everything we thought we knew about human consciousness and free will. Because if bacteria can control when you sleep, what else are they controlling? The pharmaceutical industry has been treating sleep disorders with brain-targeting drugs when the real problem is in your gut microbiome. When microscopic organisms are programming your brain's most basic functions, every decision you make becomes questionable.
Elizabeth Holmes is running a new scam from federal prison, and it's even more twisted than her blood testing fraud. The Theranos founder, who's serving 11 years for deceiving patients with fake blood tests, is now positioning herself as a prison reform advocate while still manipulating the system from behind bars. She promised revolutionary healthcare with a single drop of blood, but was actually putting people's lives at risk with completely fabricated test results that could have led to misdiagnoses and deaths. Now she's trying to rebrand herself as a criminal justice reformer, using the same manipulation tactics that made her a billionaire before her empire collapsed. Meek Mill says he's going to check her prison reform work. But this is the same woman who faked medical technology for over a decade while wearing black turtlenecks and speaking in a fake deep voice. The ultimate Silicon Valley fake-it-till-you-make-it story became a deadly game when people's health was on the line, and now she's trying to fake her way into being seen as a victim of the system. Her blood testing machines never worked, but her manipulation skills are still functioning perfectly from her prison cell. When healthcare fraudsters become prison reform advocates, every cause they touch becomes contaminated with their lies.
Trump just declared economic war on your prescription drugs, and the pharmaceutical industry is about to make you pay the price. Starting October 1st, the president announced a 100% tariff on all imported, branded drugs unless companies build manufacturing plants in America, which could literally double your medication costs overnight. This isn't about protecting American jobs. It's about weaponizing healthcare to force pharmaceutical companies into political compliance, while patients become collateral damage. The timing is suspicious because it coincides with the DOJ launching a trade fraud task force specifically targeting pharmaceutical imports, suggesting this is coordinated economic warfare disguised as healthcare policy. Most Americans rely on imported medications because domestic production can't meet demand. So this tariff will create artificial shortages that force people to choose between bankruptcy and death. Pharmaceutical companies are scrambling to avoid the tariffs, but building new manufacturing facilities takes years, meaning patients will suffer immediately while corporations figure out their logistics. The tariff exemption requires companies to commit to American manufacturing, essentially holding sick people hostage until pharmaceutical executives surrender to political demands. When prescription drugs become weapons in trade wars, every pill bottle becomes a political statement that could cost you your life savings.
Hollywood is having a medical meltdown, and celebrities are dropping like flies with the most bizarre health scandals imaginable. Nikki Garcia's breast implant literally shifted during a wrestling match. Lupita Nyong'o suffered uterine fibroids in silence for over a decade. Suki Waterhouse was hospitalized because her pants were too tight and caused a hernia. And Christy Carlson Romano got shot in the face during a clay pigeon shooting accident. This isn't coincidence. This is what happens when fame, stress, and access to experimental treatments create a perfect storm of medical disasters. Brian Austin Green's appendix nearly burst while he was probably getting cosmetic procedures. And these celebrities are finally admitting that their glamorous lifestyles are literally destroying their bodies. The entertainment industry's obsession with physical perfection is causing stars to make dangerous medical decisions that are backfiring in spectacular ways. Social media is forcing celebrities to document their health crises in real time, turning medical emergencies into content opportunities and public spectacles. When Hollywood's health secrets start spilling out through Instagram posts and TikTok videos, every red carpet appearance becomes a potential medical emergency waiting to happen. The celebrity medical crisis is exposing how fame and fortune can't protect you from the consequences of vanity and poor health choices.
Your sleep is being hijacked by bacterial invaders in your brain, and the pharmaceutical industry has been lying about insomnia this entire time. Scientists discovered that bacterial molecules called peptidoglycan are floating around in your brain tissue, fluctuating with your sleep cycles, and proving that microorganisms are controlling your consciousness. This explains why people with gut problems always have sleep disorders and why antibiotics completely destroy your sleep schedule. The bacteria in your intestines are sending chemical commands directly to your brain. The sleep aid industry has been targeting your brain with drugs when the real problem is bacterial imbalance in your digestive system, meaning every sleeping pill you've ever taken was treating the wrong organ. Your gut microbiome is literally programming when you fall asleep and wake up, making you a biological robot controlled by microscopic organisms that you can't even see. This discovery proves that sleep disorders aren't mental health issues. They're bacterial infections that pharmaceutical companies have been misdiagnosing for decades. The bacteria in your gut are more powerful than your conscious mind when it comes to controlling your sleep patterns, which means your thoughts and dreams might not even be your own. When microscopic organisms can override your brain's most basic functions, every night of insomnia becomes evidence of bacterial warfare happening inside your own body.
The Alzheimer's industry just got exposed for the biggest medical fraud in history, and it's going to bankrupt every pharmaceutical company that bet on the wrong cure. Purdue researchers proved that brain fat, not protein plaques, is the real killer behind Alzheimer's disease, which means billions of dollars in plaque-targeting drugs are completely useless. For over a century, scientists have been chasing protein deposits, while the real enemy was fat accumulation in brain immune cells that makes them too lazy to fight disease. The pharmaceutical conspiracy runs deeper than anyone imagined, because companies knew that targeting fat metabolism was cheaper and more effective than developing complex protein-targeting drugs. But fat can't be patented like synthetic molecules. When researchers clear out the brain fat using simple enzyme manipulation, the brain's immune system springs back to life and starts cleaning up all the cellular garbage that causes memory loss. This discovery threatens every Alzheimer's drug currently in development because it proves that basic fat metabolism, not expensive biotechnology, holds the key to preventing dementia. The DGA2 enzyme that causes fat accumulation can be easily targeted with existing drugs, but that would destroy the market for billion-dollar Alzheimer's treatments. When a basic understanding of brain fat can cure Alzheimer's better than the most advanced pharmaceuticals, every research grant becomes a cover-up operation.
Celebrities are having public nervous breakdowns over medical conspiracies, and it's exposing how Hollywood really works behind the scenes. Stars are melting down on social media, trying to discredit Trump's Tylenol autism claims, but their coordinated response feels more like pharmaceutical damage control than genuine medical concern. The celebrity backlash is so intense and synchronized that it reveals how entertainment industry figures are being used as unwitting spokespeople for big pharma's messaging campaigns. Mia Khalifa, Love on the Spectrum stars, and other influencers are desperately trying to silence medical discussions that threaten their sponsors, turning health debates into political theater. Meanwhile, other celebrities like Halsey are secretly battling life-threatening conditions while maintaining their public personas, creating a bizarre contrast between authentic health struggles and manufactured outrage.
the entertainment industry's medical secrets are spilling out through social media meltdowns, Instagram health updates, and coordinated response campaigns that expose the puppet strings behind celebrity opinions. When stars become pharmaceutical lobbyists without even realizing it, every celebrity health statement becomes suspect propaganda designed to protect corporate interests. The celebrity medical meltdown is revealing how fame, pharmaceutical money, and social media manipulation create a toxic environment where authentic health discussions become impossible. Every celebrity health crisis now becomes content for public consumption, while real medical conspiracies hide behind manufactured outrage.